Today, I'm going to talk about the theory that Belphegor is Baphomet and Helluva boss, an unusual connection, but one I seem to be finding more possibilities for as time goes on. So let's break it down and see where Baphomet would fit in the hierarchy of hell. But real quick, we're teaming up with Crew to give back to the fandom in an epic way. You could win a $100 Amazon or Shark Robot gift card, or the chance to pick an autograph print from one of your favorite cartoon voice actors. Just stay tuned until the end of the video to find out how you can win. One of the most fun elements of Helluva Boss is that there are multiple royal hierarchies, the two notable ones being the 7 Princes of Hell and the real-life Ars Goetia, which includes 72 nobles. What makes these different hierarchies work is that they are both based on real-life writings from throughout the last millennium, using entities and demons known even beyond that to help inspire their characters. The show started with Lucifer at the very top as the king of all of hell, which was later expanded to include 6 other princes beneath Lucifer based on the Peter Binsfeld classification of demons. Peter Binsfeld was a Christian theologian from the 1400s who tortured supposed witches and claimed that they gave him a list of 7 demons that they worship who ruled hell, each modeled after one of the 7 deadly sins. Despite him definitely actually torturing women, men, and children, the list itself was modeled after an earlier list called the Lantern of Light, and these supposed hierarchies were somewhat popular writings already. In the 1800s, the Lesser Key of Solomon would surface, claiming to be a grimoire dating back to King Solomon of the Bible, as its name suggests, with there being 72 royal demons you can summon or call upon to gain great knowledge or help, with Solomon supposedly using them to help build his great temple. Being written at different times by different people, these hierarchies sometimes include the same characters. Asmodeus is well known as the Prince of Lust within the show, part of the hierarchy of the 7 princes, each ruling over a different ring, but in the Ars Goetia, he has the role of a king. Beelzebub is the Prince of Gluttony in the Peter Binsfeld classification, but the name Beelzebub is derived from Baal or Baal, who was a god in ancient times that would be demonized by Jewish and Christian cultures. Because of that, their demonic seals are very similar and just have different proportions, leading myself and others to believe that Beelzebub may hold the rank of king in the Ars Goetia, just like Asmodeus, even though Beelzebub doesn't share the bird imagery that the other Goetia seem to. Regardless of Beelzebub, there is always the possibility not just that other connections between characters exist, but that other hierarchies or prominent powers will exist in the show too. So why exactly do so many people think that the Prince of Sloth Belphegor might be Baphomet? There are a few species of hell that seem to be native to one particular ring. While imps are found all over hell, their origins appear to be in wrath before migrations occurred. Gluttony has the hellhounds, greed has the loan sharks, lust has the succubi, envy the deep sea demons, and sloth has these candle-headed demons. Many species seem to be modeled after their prince in some way or form, whether physically or thematically. We may not have seen Satan yet, but based off of his workout apps from Blitz's phone, he appears to be very imp-like, something of a dragon with similar horns to the male imps even. Gluttony has hellhounds with their prince Beelzebub being a similarly anthropomorphized fox. Greed's prince is a jester, and we see a lot of sea creatures in the background imitating that style. The succubus of lust don't look like Asmodeus, but are thematically similar with their lustful lifestyle and powers. Envy is believed to be home to Leviathan, and thus the deep sea monster demons would match that, and these candle-headed demons in the Sloth Ring look not like Belphegor, but like Baphomet. Baphomet was a deity allegedly worshipped by the Knights Templar, a Christian organization that was actually known for helping transfer belongings and wealth for travelers from Europe to Jerusalem during pilgrimage. The idea that they worship Baphomet was largely an accusation thrown against them by French nobility, with confessions extracted through torture, much like with the Peter Binsfeld classification. Baphomet, as far as I've been able to research, is just a corruption of the name Muhammad from French-speaking people, with the Knights Templar not even worshipping Muhammad per se, but rather being taught to show reverence for him in Islamic territories. The Knights Templar, in dangerous situations, were taught and even given permission to desecrate the cross to avoid being executed on their travels if they were to come across those who would kill them for being Christian. And showing respect for the other religions around them was yet another way to keep them safe when trying to transport people and their goods. Centuries later, Baphomet would be thought of as a demon when he was illustrated by the occultist Eliphas Levi in the 1800s, with the image being stolen by the Church of Satan in the next century to depict him more as a devil figure instead of someone of wisdom. Baphomet was first envisioned by Levi as a character of balance, and as such, Baphomet appeared to be both male and female, known for the striking use of breasts on a more manly figure. In the show, the candle-headed demons don't just work in the Sloth ring, but they also have the candle-headed branding on some of the pills out in the world, such as Stolas' Happy Pills, which do seem to come from Belphegor. Because this is the Sloth ring, I thought Belphegor may be so lazy that they let someone else take over their ring entirely, including their little species of candle-headed followers, but as more details line up, I think it's possible they may be the same character, even if they don't share the names or origins like Asmodeus with his dual roles, or Beelzebub perhaps being Baal. Beelzebub refers to Belphegor, or Bel, as a she. Most demons in mythology appear to be male, so it makes sense that some would be gender swapped in the show to switch that up a bit. Beelzebub herself doesn't have any history of being female in mythology as far as I have read, but this was just a choice the writers seemed to make for themselves, and the same could be true for Belphegor. But with Baphomet already having breasts, it could be a hint that Belphegor and Baphomet are the same person. With Baphomet being female, or possibly even being non-binary, what with Baphomet being a balance of genders, and just using women's pronouns in the show. Another interesting way Baphomet as Belphegor seems to kind of fit in is with the 7 princes themselves apparently being representative of different circus acts according to Vivziepop's recent tweets. Here, she explained that Beelzebub represents the animal shows at circuses, what with her jumping through hoops in her performance. Hell itself is treated like Lucifer's own circus show, with him being dressed like a circus ringleader. The 7 rings are of course the circus rings where the different acts are performed in at a circus. Satan with his great body, according to Beelzebub and his workout app on Blitz's phone, is a strong man. Mammon, as the Prince of Greed, appears to be a jester. Asmodeus, some say, looks a bit like a magician, and he does magically appear on stage the way a magician would in episode 7. Some fans have suggested then that Baphomet or Belphegor could be a bearded lady, which would make a lot of sense as the Prince of Sloth. Belphegor is known in real-life art for his beard, so just swapping his gender would accomplish this, but Baphomet as a bearded goat with breasts could also fit the role of a bearded lady as part of Lucifer's big circus act. Baphomet imagery is found outside of the Sloth ring, however, particularly as a scar tattoo on the arm of Millie's brother, an imp from the Wrath ring. This suggests some influence outside of the Sloth ring, and Belphegor really may just be super lazy, with Baphomet or just the candle-headed little Baphomets taking over the ring and doing all the work to just keep Belphegor drugged up and docile. Beelzebub refers to Belphegor as Bel, so while she could still also be Baphomet, I feel like that would be a more well-known name for someone to drop. But what do you guys think? Is Belphegor Baphomet, or is there possibly other hierarchies that exist that could overlap with the 7 princes and the Yars Goetia in an interesting way? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you'd like to win some of those prizes, come on down to the Cartoon Universe Discord server. We just gave away a $100 Shark Robot gift card, which can be used at the Helluva Boss merchandise store to Discord user Hydro Weaver. Congratulations! This leaves one more $100 Shark Robot gift card you could win by joining our Discord server, as well as 2 more $100 Amazon gift cards, and 5 different winners who can pick out an autographed print from their favorite cartoon voice actors. All you need to do is join our Discord, which is linked in the description below, or use our custom Discord code, CartoonUV. Once you join, you'll be messaged by this bot called Crew. With Crew, you can gain points, also known as Toon Tokens in the server, by being active and sending messages. But a brand new feature also just rolled out, and you are now able to integrate your YouTube account with the bot, meaning it will start rewarding you points for watching our videos and having conversations in the comments. That means the more you interact with our videos, the more entries into the raffles you will be able to make. You can purchase these prizes from the rewards shop channel in our server, or use the \shop command in Bot Talk. So what are you waiting for? Go get the bot set up, comment here what you hope to win, and I'll see you guys in the server.